So therefore, the global consensus was born. This I have to bring you back to 1997 regarding this Kyoto Protocol adopted by the United Nations on the Framework Convention on Climate Change. Until 2015, the Paris Agreement arrived. 197 parties around the world came together, signed on this agreement, and pledged to keep the Earth warming within 2 degrees Celsius by end of the century. From this agreement, we can feel that the countries and the government are very concerned on the climate change. Therefore, the United Nations came up a system that could able to help on climate change by imposing carbon taxes to the industry, and therefore the carbon credit was born to control the carbon emission and to achieve carbon offset. So this slide showing the global carbon market industry according to the World Bank 2023, the carbon pricing status and the trend report found that there are 73 active carbon pricing systems worldwide, accounting for approximately 23% of the greenhouse gas emission, and the global carbon tax and emission trading systems revenue approach almost 100 billion USD in the year 2022, setting a new high record in this carbon industry. And comparing to the global carbon price revenue, which is in 2021, which is about for 84 billions USD. From what we see on the market trend, we know that the current supply cannot catch up the demand. So when there is a demand, there will be supply, and we will need a window for this, and CCE will be the window for the carbon market. Therefore, CCE would like to do our part in fighting against climate change. Our aim is to be the leading global carbon trading platform. Our mission is to save our planet and in the same time to achieve financial gain with the platform. About us, Global Carbon Exchange was established in the year 2020. It is found in Seychelles, an island in the Indian Ocean off East Africa, and Seychelles is a tax-free country. Introducing our executive management, we have our chairman, Jonathan William, our CEO, Christopher Anderson, and COO, Philip Peterson. 5 types of carbon rights area. We have 5 types, which is the CCC, aviation, involving in aviation industry, the NCC, involved in forestry, wetland, and farming, RCC, renewable carbon credits, which involve in solar energy, hydropower, wind energy, and HCC, the carbon footprint of a household. Example, the amount of greenhouse emission produced by household in daily life, which involve in hotels. And the last one is the NEC. This is referring outside of the carbon market industry. They are generated through government policy, regulations, and carbon offset corporations project, among others. Excuse me. CCE business model. So CCE will purchase carbon credit from all around the world in bulk purchase at a lower price, providing customers with diverse options. In the same time, this carbon credit that purchased will comply to the international carbon standard such as VCS, Gold Standard, CDM. So once the purchasing is done, it will move on to the carbon right securitizations. It's securitized to different products, as I mentioned previously. There are CCC, NCC, RCC, and HCC. So through securitization, it enhances the liquidity in carbon trading, offering diverse products with transparent pricing. And once the securitization process is done, it will be ready for CCE carbon exchange spot trading, whereby CCE profiting from earning through transaction fee and the price differential. And through the spot trading, the enterprise will benefit on achieving carbon reduction goals and carbon credit trading revenue. A quick go through on CCE milestone. In 2020, CCE was established in Seychelles, and in 2021, CCE launched innovative carbon rights securitization. In 2022, CCE connecting the global carbon trading market with over 5,000 participants, and the annual carbon trading volume reached up to 25 billion USD, leading the carbon trading market. And in 2023, introducing models that allow retail customers to participate in carbon market. And in the third quarter of 2024, collaboration with major investment banks for listing preparations. And in the fourth quarter of 2024, to complete the listing and sales of the company shares on the OTC group. In 2025, using blockchain technology such as big data, smart contracts to enhance the transparency of transaction. And in the year 2026, CCE shall soon be listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. This is the CCE profit P&L. So Global Carbon Exchange total business revenue grew to 84.3 million in the year 2021, a growth rate of 245% since its inception in 2022. Net income after tax is US 57.8 million. In the year 2022, CCE full year carbon trading volume exceed 25 billion, and core operating income quickly break through to 169 million. A net profit after tax is up to 114 million USD. Securitization is the future trend for carbon market. So why do I say so? Because in this current carbon market, carbon trading is only allowed within enterprise to enterprise, B2B business. However, through securitization, it creates an opportunity for individuals to come on board and participate in carbon trading. In such, this is the shortest way to raising fund, as it enhances the liquidity in carbon market, and this is also the cheapest and cost efficiency way. CCE Leaders Program. Okay, CCE contracts. Basically, there are two types of contracts: a trial contract and a regular contract. A trial contract is based on a 1-day contract, 24 hours, daily dividend up to 0.2, daily allocation, minimum 100 USD, and maximum 3,000 USD. And please note that each account is limited to 10 times trying on the trial contract. Next, we will move on to the regular contract, a daily dividend up to 0.5, daily allocation, minimum 100 USD, and a maximum 20,000 USD. Please note that you may have multiple contracts in the same time as long as it doesn't exceed the maximum cap. Next, the renewal loyalty dividend. A daily dividend up to 0.1. This is given to the member when they renew on their next contract. Example, if you have ended your current contract and you wish to continue on the next contract, you will given this loyalty dividend, which is a 0.1%, and your new contract will be 0.6 on the daily dividend. Please note that there is a maximum cap of 1% daily dividend for a single contract. There are three ways to proceed after the expirations of the contract. First, you may redeem the principal at the end of the contract. Second, you may renew your contract and you will get your loyalty dividend on your renewal contract. Third, you may increase the principal amount on your new contract. Next, the Sustainable Development Plan. So there are four major dividend plus one mechanism, which are the development dividend, network-wide dividend, global dividend, parity dividends, and the ecological sharing mechanism. The development dividend, there are a total of 7 levels for the development dividends. The first entry level doesn't require any requirement, and you were able to enjoy receiving your generation dividend. Your first generation will be receive 20% of their dividend, and your second generation you will receive 10%. And next, the beginner level recommendation referring to your direct sponsor require a 3,000 USD and or above, and you will receive up to 4 generation, which are 20%, 10%, and your third and fourth will be 5%. It goes the same requirement as below. The maximum you're able to receive is up to 20 generation on the peak level. Please note that all the amount above referring to the active contract committed in the account. Green Ambassador Dividend. This is referring to your community dividend from your network. There are 5 levels in this dividend, CGA 1 to CGA 5. The entry level CGA 1 achieve community performance 50,000 USD. Your development dividend will promote and allow you to receive up to 7 generations and also a 5% of your total network dividend. CGA 2 community performance 150,000 USD, and you will enjoy receiving up to 10 generations from your development dividends. Also, a 10% of your total network dividends and global dividends CGA2 per share, 1 share. CGA3 community performance 500,000 USD, and you will enjoy receiving up to 13 generation from your development dividend, 15% of your total network dividend, a parity dividends of 3%, and a global dividend from CGA2 1 share and CGA3 1 share. CGA4 community performance 1.5 million USD, and you will enjoy up to 16 generations from your development dividends, 20% of your total network dividends, a parity dividends of 3%, and a global share for CGA2, CGA3, CGA 4 per share. And CGA 5, community performance 5 million USD. And you will receive up to 20 generation from your development dividends, 30% of your total network dividends, and also a parity dividends of 3%, and a global dividends for CGA 2, 3, 4, 5 per share. So system rule explanation, definition of community perform based on the total district performance criteria shall based on the performance outside your largest district. And the network-wide dividend calculated on tier basis, whether it's it 5 to 30%, if you hit the criteria, it referring to the active contract of the dividend earning from the contract from your downline network. Parity dividend, this is referring to if your bottom generation adopt the same level as you will still receive a 3% dividends off your total network dividend. This is a leveling bonus is awarded only to the first level of the account. Calculation of development dividends will based on the higher level. Example, if your account referral performance reach a level that surpass the CGA level, the calculation will based on whichever higher. Global dividend, a 20% of total monthly contract dividend earning as calculated on the monthly global dividend reward fund. So for each level of Green Ambassador CGA 2 to CGA 5, 5% of the reward pool is allocated to be evenly distributed among to those who qualify for this level. Eco share dividend, 20% ecological sharing dividend is serve as a development mechanism to have a win-win situation with your team. So each members reward earned in the sustainable development plan will allocate 20% to share among members within the first 5 level above and below. So 10% is allocated to each of the 5 level above and below with a 2% average distribute per level. And this is to distribute at the first of every month. CCE development ecological utilizations model. So all the community dividends we went through, not talking about the contract dividends. The contract doesn't applies to this. So all the dividends, the community dividends will need this CCE eco coupon to exchange and convert your dividend to your dividend wallet. So basically, this is an ecosystem to control the payout. Upon registration, CCE will reward a 3,000 eco coupon to your account. This coupon shall use to offset the community dividend you receive to your dividend wallet. So if cases where you do not have coupons to offset, the dividend will go to the storage wallet and awaits for coupons to offset. So how to get more coupon? You will get more coupon from carbon indicator. To generate a 20% of coupon daily based on your carbon indicator worth amount. So how to obtain carbon indicator? Carbon indicator obtained through conversion from your dividend wallet. Please note that there will be a 5-day conversion period. So during this conversion period, there will be a daily conversion dividend of 1% given to the member. So based on the explanation, if a member have a 1000 USD carbon indicator, it will calculate as 1000 times 1% times 5 days, which is 1050 worth of carbon indicator. So every carbon indicator, there is a pricing. It's just like a stock. So assuming the carbon indicator price is $5 after the 5 days of conversion, the number of carbon indicator unit obtained will be 1050 divided by 5, which will give you a 210 units. So let's assume that the carbon indicator is $6 tomorrow, and your carbon indicator value shall be 210 unit times $6, which is worth 1260 USD. Benefit of carbon indicator, as I mentioned previously, there's a value for carbon indicator, and the value will be only increased due to the demand in the market. And the pricing formula for the carbon indicator as shown, a total valuations of carbon rights plus the exchange profit deducting the operating costs divided by total number of carbon rights owned by the platform, and this shall be updated daily every day to at the time 2359. And also CCE contracts quota increase. Because there is a value in carbon indicator, you may use the carbon indicator as a deposit to pledge the value 3 times to your contract. So example, member A would like to subscribe to a 26,000 contract, but the contract limit to per account is 20,000. Therefore, if the contract is exceed by 6,000, the member must pledge a carbon indicator to increase the amount of the contract. So in another word, a pledge of 2,000 carbon indicator will equivalent to 6,000. And lastly, daily generated 20% of eco coupon. You can get the eco coupon based on your amount worth of carbon indicator to generate more eco coupon for your community dividend program. But bearing in mind that the coupon generated will not deduct on your carbon indicator. Level, level retention mechanism, because there are criteria to maintain and achieve in the Sustainable Development Program. They are based on figures to maintain your level. So you can't avoid your bottom generation that will do withdrawal during the period of time. Therefore, the retention mechanism allow a 7 days retention in order for you to recover the performance. So if on the 8-day performance are failed to recover, the level shall adjust accordingly. So summary of the advantage, the global unit consensus, low entry barriers, carbon right securitization, stable profit through exchange trading, short cycle, short contract cycle, high daily profit, loyalty dividend, stable growth in carbon indicator value, creating high incomes. So these are some of the future event we are planning. So the first one is already we have gone through the China Beijing International Fair for Trade in Service, and upcoming the London Climax Technology Show, which happen in a few days time. And November we have this Paris Global Carbon Market Conference, and on the first quarter of next year Indian Bio 360 Expo, and on March, Singapore Geo Connect Asia. So CCE Global Carbon Exchange joined hand with North Mountain Ecological Park in a collaborative effort to maintain and neutral forest area, creating a forest carbon sink, supporting environment conservations, and moving towards a brighter path of green development. And this collaboration aims to make a contribution on the land of China, working towards the to preserve preparations of the earth home and realizing that they share vision of a sustainable development for both parties. So this is the first project we collaborate with China. So hopefully we will move on to other countries and to also to support what we are doing is going green for the world to save the world. And CCE shall launch its very own app named Cover Infinity in the near future. And it's happening very soon. Hopefully it's next year or end of this year. And it's not just a app, but also an eco-friendly companion. So before I end my presentation, I would like to share some of my feelings to you guys after hearing so much. If you do love our planet, I will encourage everyone to join in fighting against climate change to make our world a better place for living. Thank you, everyone.